Hello, hello, what's up, everybody? And welcome back to another Chibi Girls podcast. So, I'm here with my lovely co host, the Chestnut Tanuki. Go ahead.
Hey guys. It's me. Definitely not sick. Definitely the picture of health Tanuki. I also definitely did not get a new haircut. Thank you
You
for
know what
having me.
I you know what I love about her is that like she would be the kind to win like $1 million and be like, I want to keep it a secret, and she's like, I definitely guys didn't want $1 million.
I
Like
actually do. I actually do say that.
she cannot keep it.
Do you remember when I bought you? We did something cute. We did like Valentine's Day like exchanges, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Do you want to know what I got you?" And she's like, "No." And then proceeded to tell her everything I got her.
Literally, and I was like, okay, well, I mean,
I
all
was like,
right, no
I got you a
surprise.
plushie. It's red and white. It's an animal, and you're like, please shut the fuck up.
Anyways, but we are here to react
Thanks.
to the latest One Piece chapter, chapter 1123. I'm very excited. People are saying this is like the last chapter of Egghead, maybe. I don't know. Every chapter we keep saying this. To be determined. But do you have? Oh wait, actually, I don't think I'm gonna ask you for prediction because you kind of got spoiled on some stuff. So I think
I
we
did
can
get
just.
spoiled,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it's totally fine. But we haven't read the chapter, so we're gonna read it with you guys. And I already see you guys in the chat. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for popping in. Um, peak of human condition. I love that. So yeah. So without further ado, let's get into it. Chapter 1123, The Void Fortnight. Wow. Uh,
Fortnite Battle Pass.
Number one victory royale. Okay, no.
Yeah,
I'm not
Fortnite, we
gonna say.
about to get down.
Do you
10
think we can
kills
get
in Fortnite
copyrighted if
now,
we
just
sing?
like that tomato town. I mean, that isn't a copyrightable song. I don't think so.
I don't think so
Uh,
too,
we
right?
have just the worst brain rot known to man.
Yeah, sorry. I
Keep
have
going.
ADHD. Okay, I noticed I have ADHD and I cannot concentrate. If I start talking about something else, I'll go on tangents. Like just
Should
right
we get you
now.
on a tangent? Do you want to talk about
Yeah.
Fortnite? Should we talk about our beef with Fortnite, me and
No!
you?
Ah! Guys,
We have
guys.
war.
Oh.
He might actually genuinely hate me. I hope you guys
Oh
realize
my
that
god.
he might
All
doesn't
right.
like me as a
Let's
person.
get
She really
back to the
doesn't.
chapter. All right, so we see here Yamato eating. Oh, actually, Onicha Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, Volume 11. Enemies forced to share Odin. By the way, I tasted Odin for the first time this year. It's actually so good. Like I love it. Fish cakes. Oh my god, and Odin soup. Chef kiss. But yeah, so beautiful image here, cover page. Now back to Egghead. The
Yeah, skipping
aftermath
right
of.
over the cover page. Skipping right over that. Boo
But I mean,
Yamato, bro.
there's
So
nothing to
excited to
say.
get. There's literally nothing. It's just the most boring cover story ever. Get Wano out of my face. New cover story, please, God. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't. But
Sorry.
the thing is that I think that like it's gonna stay like that until like
Yeah.
how do cover pages anyways change? Like does something that have to happen with the character that the cover page is about?
I don't know, bro, but I feel like we got like the Whole Cake Island one and like actual interesting stuff was happening, and this Wano one has been the most boring cover page like
Honestly, yeah,
stories
because there's
ever.
no lore. There's nothing. If
There's
they would say
nothing
like
happening.
Yamato has discovered like I don't know, a katana and is going on an adventure, like something, you know. But like it's just like Yamato just like
Literally doing
having
what Odin did.
the vacation of a
Wow,
life,
how original.
the vacation of a lifetime in Wano. I mean, cool. But yeah,
It's literally
anyways,
just Odin's story again.
yeah,
Great,
I
I
think so.
already saw it,
I
but
don't
better with real Odin.
know.
Get this trash off my screen. I'm so done with Wano. This cover story is so booty. Like wow, that thing that Yamato said that like they were going to do at the end of Wano, they're actually doing. That we really didn't need to see. All it's like, I did the same thing as Odin. That's all that needed to be. One sentence. One sentence. I went on the same
but
journey as Odin. Crazy.
maybe it's building up for something. Let's see if Oda cooks. We'll see. We'll see.
Uh,
Um. Anyways, it's okay. We're back to
go.
Egghead.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. The aftermath of Haki. We see ships. The thing that Oda loves the most drawing. Egghead Island, respond. So I'm guessing it's like the word government talking to the Marines. Everybody's like dead on the ground, foaming from the mouth, probably because of the Haki attack, and says, "What's your status?" We have the Seraphim. Obviously, they're so strong, they won't fall down because of Haki.
No, she's in the
Um,
bubble.
yeah. Do you think the bubble protected her?
I would assume so. I'd assume it's the bubble.
Oh, that's actually crazy. All right. So we have a snake in a bubble saying, "Wake up, you guys! The Straw Hat are escaping." And then we have, oh my god, we have Doll on the ground foaming like a baby. Honestly, at the beginning, like, looking at that, the Vice Admiral's like on the ground, like, I was a bit upset. I was like, oh my god, like, why is Oda portraying them as fathers? But when you think about it, this is like Joy Boy's Haki attack, like one of his strongest attacks. So I would assume Vice Admirals would fall on the ground. Like, this is like, yo, like, this is a crazy attack. So honestly, it's warranted. It makes sense. All right, so then we have the giants. Whoa, all of them are down. Seriously? That's amazing. Dorian Broggy are talking. That was greater than Red Hair's, but it didn't seem hostile, did it? And then we have Luffy's like, haha. Do you want to talk about this or?
I feel like we need to start a conversation.
Yeah, we need to start a conversation.
I feel like we need to start a conversation.
For first, I just want to say the chemist gifted 5 Ohime Tenshi membership. Guys, accept them. Thank you so much. You're the sweetest. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so sweet. W in the chat for the chemist. We love you. And yes, let's start a conversation about Haki and red-haired Shanks and Joy Boy.
Let's start a conversation on how I would like to start the conversation on how Shanks is probably the strongest person in this era, and I don't think there's any question about that, right? Dory and Broggy, regardless, right? You can say that, oh well, they never saw Mihawk, right? There had to have been talks, right? Like, I mean, you can say that they've worked with Shanks, like, mostly. They're comparing, if we're really thinking about it, they really haven't seen Shanks in a while. The only thing they're comparing that to is the Divine Departure when we're really thinking about it, because Dory and Broggy were on the island. So this is like actually insane, saying that Divine Departure was relative to one of Joy Boy's strongest attacks, and that's obviously not even how strong Shanks is. That's what this is saying.
That's probably not even the strongest attack of Shanks when you think about it. So like imagine like his, like the extent of his power. And you know what I find funny is that at first, like this is not a surprise, I'm gonna tell you guys, in the leaks were saying that like, oh, they don't know, like it was like not confirmed, like, oh, we don't know if like if it's like greater than Shanks's Haki. And now in TCB they're confirming that it was in fact stronger, and people started like shitting on Shanks fans, saying like, oh, like Joy Boy's Haki is stronger. I mean, and then I was like, well, obviously, duh! This is the strongest pirate of 800 years ago. The whole One Piece story is built around this man whose reincarnation is Luffy right now. Of course he would be this is all. And also he said my strongest Haki, so by definition it's like his strongest attack. So you're gonna come here and tell me that like he shouldn't be like top 1 of his century? And even now, like, obviously this is Joy Boy. I don't, people are talking as this like this is like just a random pirate like of like 800 years ago. No, this is literally Joy Boy.
That's basically like, the main character of the manga, bro. Like I think it's insane. I think that a lot of people are coping, literally actually coping and seething. I see so many people who are trying to make this something with Mihawk. Let's be honest, bro. I'm gonna be completely honest. Nobody, he literally is, because nobody can compare anything to Mihawk because he hasn't done anything, ever. The last time Mihawk was relevant was when he fought Shanks. Completely honest. And you wanna know how I know that? Because Shanks is getting a private party with the Gorosei. Shanks is being compared to Joy Boy. Shanks is taking out the kid with one hit, a man who like literally went up against 2 Yonkos and didn't go down. Took out basically the whole crew with a single hit. And Mihawk got replaced by a child. And it's not like they were like, oh, this isn't Seraphim Mihawk isn't anywhere close. No, the Seraphim were supposed to replace the Warlords. They were supposed to be better. So I love when people are like, if S-Hawk is this strong, how much stronger is Mihawk? Probably not that stronger.
The thing
Oh,
is that like this is still like I want people to understand this is still gas for Shanks. It's an honor to be compared and to be relative to the strongest Haki of Joy Boy.
it
Like
is.
that's one of the best biggest honor of one, if anything the best feat like up until now. So me, I look at this and I'm like, yo, Shanks hasn't even shown us everything that is inside of his arsenal. Maybe the Giants didn't even see his strongest attack yet.
They probably
and
haven't.
and,
Think about
and
it. Who has he
also
fought?
exactly, and also I want to say something. By the way, I'm pretty sure the Giants weren't there when like Shanks was like maybe fighting like actual like I don't know if Shanks like fought like maybe Kaido in the past or some people like the only thing the Giants saw like probably like his adventure when he was a bit younger and Divine Departure.
But
So
not Broggy and Dory. Think
yeah,
about it.
exactly.
Broggy and no, like when you think about what Broggy and Dory have actually seen,
Yeah, it's Divine
they just saw
Departure.
Shanks. They only saw Divine Departure.
And
What they are
also,
saying is that Joy Boy's strongest move is stronger than that Divine Departure
that
that Shanks
isn't
let off without any
and,
issue.
and that divine departure is not necessarily Shanks' strongest attack. So when we think again, this is huge gas. And I love when people also kept saying like, oh well, the Giants haven't met anybody. They have lived for over 200 years. They have met people. Okay, obviously yes, for 100 years they were like fighting each other, but like they're not stupid. Like they're not stupid. Like I just love how people like try to cope and find excuses. Like let's just like say that this is good. This is a good feat. Let's just like applaud and move on.
Well,
Your goat might get his shine at some point, but unfortunately for now, it's Shank's moment.
the issue with Mihawk fans, and I already see y'all in the comments. I see what you're doing, and this is the big issue with Mihawk fans, right? The issue is that you guys think that Mihawk is the strongest person in the verse. You take the battle that was not won between them, like over 10 years ago, like I think it's like 15 years ago, right? That was the last time Shanks and Mihawk fought. That was not decided. That fight ended in a tie, and we have actual confirmation that neither of them won, right? That fight
Mm.
was like they never decided what happened at the end of the rivalry because Mihawk then completely dismissed Shanks, saying, "Well, you lost an arm, so you can't be strong," right? But we know that that's not true, right? Like Mihawk is not the gauge of strength because Mihawk doesn't fight anybody. When was the last time that Mihawk fought a top tier in the story? Since Shanks. What top tier has Mihawk fought since Shanks? Now let me say this. What top tier has Shanks fought since Mihawk? Multiple, right? And like just canonly in the story, we know and we can actually compare. And especially when you're looking at this feat, Bragi and Dory saw one divine departure. They saw the strongest Haki attack of Joy Boy and said, "Wow, that's even stronger than Shanks' attack." Yeah. So when we're saying it, I'm not saying Mihawk is like a fraud for his title, but I'm saying like to say that like people are crazy to think that Shanks is stronger than Mihawk after they haven't fought for years and they ended on a tie and Shanks has continuously fought strong people and also has like basically confirmed the strongest conquers Haki. I'm sorry, bro. Shanks was able to scare Green Bull off of an entire island. Like Green Bull literally could have he could have murked a couple people, but he didn't. Why? Because Shanks' Wi-Fi Haki was so strong. And the thing is, it's like, listen, Mihawk will have his time. Sooner or later, Oda is going to have to show him out. But the fact that y'all leech off of everything is crazy. I see people saying that Haki and swordsmanship are different and swordsmanship is stronger than Haki. But every time Shanks has a Haki feat, well, that's Mihawk's feat. Crazy. It's not. Shanks' Conqueror's Haki is on a different level than Mihawk's. Shanks is now being compared to the strongest people of all time. Stop comparing the two. It's just not going to end well. And the thing is like I used to be one of you. I used to think that like Shanks isn't that strong. Shanks couldn't take out Kid. I thought Kid and Shanks would be a much closer fight. I was wrong. And the thing is that like once you realize that Oda likes Shanks better than the majority of the people in his manga, you're going to have a much better time reading One Piece. That's it. That's all I'll say.
Yes, and we have a super chat from the chemist, $20. He said, "Make sure you go follow these amazing content creators, the absolutely stunning cosplayer Ohime Tenshi, and the amazing animation analysis, and one of the finest people to ever exist, Chestnut Tanuki." Thank you so much, chemist. You're so sweet. Oh my god, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate. Thank you. But yeah, no, listen. when Mihawk has his feats and his shine, we will all applaud y'all. I will not even hate. I will be like, me, I literally give flowers when it's due, even if it's somebody that I don't like rep or stan. But for now, it's Shanks'
There's nothing.
so.
But the issue is that like Mihawk just hasn't had anything, and it's like every time you're like,
Yeah,
oh, Shanks is strong. It's like, well, Mihawk is
that's
stronger.
Yeah,
That's
why
why,
I
and it's
said
like,
when it happens. When it happens.
yeah, when it happened, like when Dragon
Yeah.
eventually actually does something instead of just like standing there staring east, not saying anything, letting all of his people die. Yeah, we're gonna be like, yo, like I think Dragon's gonna be top 3, right? Like if I'm like theorizing, has he done anything notable ever? Even once? Maybe he made the revolution. I guess you could be like he made the revolution, but
I mean, he
Ivankov
made it
really
with
did the work.
Kuma and Ivankov.
Yeah, but
He made it, like,
Ivankov really
together.
Ivankov really did all the work, right? Like every time we see the
Honestly,
revolution doing stuff, it's Ivankov who's like
Oh,
actually running stuff.
yeah. Oh, what's up, Carlos? What's up? And what's up, Kev, DOG? What's up, Spicy? Oh my god. Yeah, not too much. No, honestly, I feel like me personally, I don't know about Chestnut, but me personally, I really lowered down my dragon hate. Like, I'm very nice right now. I'm super nice. I haven't like honestly slandered him at all. Even Mihawk,
You
I feel
should.
like I feel like I've been super like peaceful lately, but I'm still waiting on Oda to cook, so we'll see.
The thing is like Mihawk is gonna have a really good feat, right? And then every
Yeah,
time
for
somebody's
sure.
gonna be like Mihawk's gonna have a crazy feat, as he should, right? Like he really should. He's like the end game for Zoro, and
course.
all of these fans, they're gonna go crazy. They're gonna be like, "We told you Mihawk is the strongest," and then we're gonna be like, "Okay, so let's compare the feats of Shanks and Mihawk, right? Like they haven't fought in so many years. They ended their last duel on a tie. They never decided which one was stronger, which one is actually stronger, right?" And you know what they're gonna say? Well, Mihawk has his title, but he never fought current Shanks for that title, right? It's clear that current Shanks has far surpassed what he was. I mean, Shanks in the old time, like with young Luffy, was staring down a Sea King and getting his arm cut up, right? And now he's taking out Kid like it's no problem. An entire pirate crew, a 300 billion berry bounty pirate, one hit, being compared to the strongest person. There is a conversation to be had if people actually want to have the conversation. Why was Mihawk so easily replaced in the world government if he's the strongest person? Wouldn't they make an exception for the strongest person?
Yeah, I saw people who said Mihawk stronger than Joy Boy, who is stronger than Shanks, that started doing stuff like that, and I was like, do you guys really think that they would like dissolve the Warlord and let go of the top one in the verse?
If Mihawk was actually, the thing is, if the world government knew that Mihawk was actually stronger than Joy Boy, they would have never dissolved the warlords. Literally. They would have never gotten rid of him, and they would have basically said like, you have special privileges. Why? Literally. Because Emu wouldn't have allowed somebody as strong as Joy Boy to not be under their control. Point blank. It doesn't make, like, the thing is that like when you're thinking about it, it makes sense for Shanks to be on that level because they give Shanks all of these things to basically keep him under control. Like, you can have a meeting with the Gorosei. Shanks is out there, like, don't do it. Shanks comes and he stops the war. Don't mess with him. Don't mess with him. Why?
Also,
because he's the strongest
to be fair,
boy, right?
But to be fair, I think it's because he has some, like, you know, the Figurine family. Maybe it's related to the Celestial Dragon, to the Holy Knight. There might be something also.
But think about it, too.
To be fair. I know he's strong. He's strong.
Hold up. No. He may. Think about it. There are Celestial Dragons that, if a Celestial Dragon steps out of line, they'll end them.
I know. But what I mean is that maybe... No. You misunderstood what I said. I said that the Figureland family, because maybe they're, like, special. You know, maybe they're special.
Yeah, but you don't think, like, Figureland would... If they could have subdued Shanks already, don't you think they would have to keep their family in check?
No, but I didn't
this is what I'm saying.
He's not strong. Like, no.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying, like when you think about it, like...
It could be like all of these things together.
Even if we know that the Celestial Dragons have no familial bounds, right? Like, that's all I'm saying. The thing is, like, I think Blackbeard is stronger than Shanks. I think that Dragon is stronger than Shanks, and I think Akainu is stronger than Shanks, right? I think that those three characters would all beat Shanks in a battle. I mean, Blackbeard would no diff, obviously, but, like, the rest of these people, I think it did. I think that Mihawk and Shanks is an extreme diff fight, right? I'm not saying that Mihawk is a fraud, but I'm saying that when we're looking at all of the feats that Shanks have, all of the reputation he has, and then Mihawk going, I'm sorry, Shanks, I'm gonna have to take out Luffy, and then misses every single slash, Mr. Observation Haki. I'm sorry, but it's like, he didn't. It's not even like he said that to the people, right? Like to like other people to hear. He said that to us as the audience in Marineford. I mean, like Marineford is horrible scaling anyway, so like we really honestly shouldn't be taking that into account. But like just looking at this, like how do people see something that is directly comparing Shanks and Joy Boy and even bring Mihawk into the conversation?
But this is agenda piece. Like, I'm not
Like
surprised,
leeches.
honestly. It's
Wait,
agenda
y'all turn
piece.
before y'all embarrass yourselves. Honestly,
Uh,
wait until
I,
Mihawk one feed. We are waiting for our 1 feet wonder, and I cannot wait till when he gets a single feat that people are gonna blow that up. And the thing is, I'm gonna be so happy because then finally he's gonna actually do something other than cutting ice. I will be
yeah,
so happy because imagine if Mihawk actually sucks and his first feat that we
he's
actually get after
no,
time
for
skip
sure he
is
doesn't suck.
horrible. Could you imagine how other fan
No, no,
bases
no,
would
no,
treat
no.
us?
Okay, okay, okay.
Be
That's not happening.
horrible.
We know. No, no. It's not gonna be horrible. That's for sure.
I
It's
don't
gonna
know,
be a
bro.
great feat. No, no. That's for
Let's
sure.
hope.
It's
Let's
for
hope.
sure. I know for sure it's gonna be a great feat, but when is it gonna happen? Are we gonna be as invested when it happens? That's the actual question.
Well, the
Because
thing
like if
is,
it
it's like, well,
happens,
his.
just no. Wait, wait. I'm not done. But
Go
because
ahead.
if it happens just before like his fight with Zoro, I'm just gonna be like, oh wow. So like this whole build up just now, and now he fights. Like it's like such a wasted character. Like you could have used him a bit more during the story. That's the only thing that maybe could disappoint me, in my opinion.
If Mihawk's like next feat isn't something crazy and it's just him taking out a fodder pirate, I'm gonna be really upset. Like I'm genuinely going to be upset. Like his next feat cannot be something lame. Like he can't just like step out into the battle and do like Shanks's like feat when we saw him after Wano was scaring an admiral with his Haki and taking out Kid. If Mihawk doesn't have something on that level, I will be extremely disappointed. I really will. And the thing is, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Oda is going to show out with Mihawk. And I've said this multiple times. I think that Mihawk is going to like shatter the walls of justice with his sword. I think that'll be an amazing feat. Breaking Doflamingo out of prison, basically, and big FU to the world government would be awesome. I think that's going to be his next feat. But if that isn't, and it's just him taking out a couple fodder pirates and then following Buggy, and that's all we get to see of him until Zoro, like how you said, I'll be upset. I really will.
Hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so I want to continue the chapter. We've been like on this for a while. All right. So we have Luffy who's laughing after like after like the giants like were like comparing Joy Boy's Haki and Shanks. So we have Luffy. He's like, haha, thanks for everything, Iron Giant, and he's like screaming. And then we have the Iron Giant surrounded by fire, and we have Luffy who's like shi 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 shi. Um, I think that the Iron Giant is like just falling down and dying. Um, did I read all my pages?
Nope, you got one more.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, and then we have the giants. We have Dorian Broggy. All right, let's go while they're sleeping. We're getting out of here. Ga ba ba ba. And then everybody's like, hey, hey, you heard the captain. Let's go, you bastards. Oh, this is a nice panel. I love like the ship here. It said, we're off to Elbaf. Yay! This is so nice. And then we have Bonnie who's sleeping on Kuma. I'm very surprised that Kuma is not pronounced dead yet. Because if he is still alive, Bonnie is not joining the Straw Hats. She's gonna go on adventures with him. So he has, in my opinion, to die to for her to join the Straw Hats. But I don't know. That's my theory. Then we have Zoro, side profile, looking great. We have Usopp, who's crying, laughing, and celebrating with the giants. He's the most happiest to go to Elbaf, obviously. We have Luffy, who's on Nami's lap, looking like a grandpa, obviously because of Gear 5. And we have this is it. This is the moment. We have Sanji looking at Stella's dead body, saying, "Vegapunk, what you said earlier isn't sitting right with me. Was this awesome sort of gotcha moment for you? Hey now, I couldn't follow everything you were saying, but it was pretty outrageous. Outrageous, wasn't it? This is. I just want to say this is so sad because you see everybody is in different like mental state at the moment. Everybody is like, happy that their own goals like have been like, served. And then you have Sanji who's like still living with something on his shoulders regarding Vegapunk. It's very emotional.
I actually really like this moment. I think that Sanji sometimes is used too much as like comic relief. And he is, unfortunately. I think that he doesn't really get a lot of those pre-time skip moments where we really just kind of see how cool Sanji is. I like this moment because usually he would be like thirsting over Nami or like over Luffy being like, "Oh my god, how dare you!" Right? But we actually get to see a more calm Sanji, and I like that. This is the Sanji that I'd like to see. And I think it's a Sanji that has a very similar personality to Zoro during times when he's like very focused. This is the Mr. Prince moment, right? Where like in Little Garden, he's like, "I'm Mr. Prince," and he's just like really cool with it. This is the Sanji that I think that a lot of people like. Nobody really likes the Sanji that's goo goo gaga barking over women, right? It's cool to see him like suave sometimes, and I think that that's like a very cool personality trait where he's very suave around women. I think the live action actually does it better than the manga, but I actually really like this moment for Sanji. Especially if you just like pre time skip. This is like pre time skip Sanji vibes.
All right, your turn.
All right. So then we have Egghead 2 weeks prior. There are some anomalous readings coming from the power station. You can say that again. Monitor for any fluctuations in the particle density and the neutron flux. And we just see a big wide shot of Egghead. The energy used by the Seraphim is meant to gradually increase over time. This could be a grave error if we miscalculated. Wait, aren't these numbers different from our earlier confirmed readings? And then that's Pythagoras saying it, and then Vegapunk goes, "Yes, and the rate of reactions are increasing too. But the power system seems stable." And they're kind of all wondering. And then Chaka goes here. This data seems to indicate that somebody has tampered with the Mother Flame to steal its energy. Every single data point related to that power station has been carefully modified to pull this off. The culprit has to be, there's like the JoJo menace behind Shaka. And then
Yo, the art is so pretty. Am I like I'm just like noticing like the detail and everything is so nice. But go ahead. Sorry to cut you.
No, you're good. I love it. But then we have Vegapunk is like, "A Vegapunk? Was it Lilith?" Look at that. To be fair,
we all thought it was Lilith. We all thought it at first. First guess.
And the thing is that it's because that was the red herring. And I think Oda really did the mystery part beautifully. Y'all remember everybody week to week were like, "It's Lilith, it's this, it's that," right? Lilith was the very obvious red herring, and I remember the chapter where I was like, remember the chat? I don't know if you remember, but like we were doing the chapter review for the one chapter where she was really happy that I think it was Edison was safe, and I was like, "Shoot, she's the red herring, isn't she?" And I think that we were all like, "It's not Lilith," because at that point you're like, "Oh, Oda really got us," which is awesome. It just shows how kind of into it Oda was when he was doing these mystery stories. But then Chaka continues and he says, "I'm afraid the three of us are the only ones with ironclad alibis. An insane amount of energy was stolen, so we have to observe the other four to determine who is responsible. Especially Lilith is crazy." They really thought that she betrayed them.
But you know, like it's because like she's created like with evil, you know. So like anybody would have thought it's her. So like it's like such.
They're like, "We're the only ones that alibis. We have to make sure everybody else isn't betraying us, especially Lilith. Make sure you look at Lilith. It's definitely Lilith." Actually, and the thing is that because, and I think I've gone over this before, but because like Lilith was such the obvious choice, the pirates are evil, the Navy is good, but that's just what people want you to think. It's all a matter of perspective.
That's okay. I actually like debated that on Twitter, like with Joe at some point. We came to the same conclusion that like greed is a bigger offense than being evil, because you know like there's some evil pirates but that are good, you know, but greed actually create wars. Most of the wars in the world, and even in the One Piece world, probably started as greed, where like that person wanted more power. That person like had so much greed that they betrayed somebody else, that they killed thousands of people. So that's why like honestly it makes so much sense, and I think that Oda wants us to understand that not because you're labeled as evil means that you're actually like as evil as they make it sound, make you sound to be. So like greed, like Celestial Dragon are greedy, the Gorosei are greedy, Emo is probably greedy. That's what matters. Like that's the biggest offense.
I think it's because like greed has an inherent selfishness towards it, whereas evil can be for those who you love. And I think that that's why Lilith is such an interesting case because she's clearly a Vegapunk that cares the most about the other Vegapunks. She was somebody who was very flamboyant, very outright. Like, she was the first Vegapunk we met. And what is she doing? She's like, oh, I'm going to steal all the money off their ship. Super evil, right? Except like,
Mm.
she's doing this basically to help the other Vegapunks fund their research. And when you kind of start thinking about it, it's like, did
Pirates are the
Lilith actually
same.
do? Exactly. Did Lilith actually do something evil, or was she just trying to help out people who she cared about? And that's the entire thing where it's like, and that's why Vegapunk's like, I'm not here to tell you who is good and who is bad because it's subjective. Being evil is subjective because depending on the perspective that you're looking at it, Lilith isn't the evil Vegapunk. She's the kind Vegapunk. She's the caring Vegapunk. She's the motherly type Vegapunk. And I really like the way that they went with her character. I think she was probably one of the best characters in Egghead from
Definitely.
that perspective. And honestly, Oda didn't even have to give us like a crazy backstory for her. People who say that Oda can only write backstories for characters to make us care about them, bull. Lilith was beautifully written, and her themes throughout One Piece are very subtle. Oda didn't have to be completely in your face with it. If you just read the story, you would understand the themes and morals of Lilith, and I think it's beautiful. But we'll continue on, and it basically says, we have to put our brains into offline mode, stealth mode 2. That's right. If our memories get uploaded to Punk Records, then Lil, bro, I thought it was Lilith. That's crazy. I mean, the culprit will know we're on to him. And then 1 week before the present, attention, I've identified the culprit. It's York, and they're both shocked.
They're like, what?
The fact that
Love
they just
it.
immediately, like, they didn't even think about any of the other Vegapunks. They're like, it's probably Lilith.
Yeah.
This is awesome. And then we see York sleeping, and it's like, the memories she's been synchronizing with Punk Records are phony. I've also confirmed that the surveillance nails at the scene of the crime were tampered with too. Why would she do such a thing? And my bad, Lilith.
My bad, look. Oh.
Listen, bro, it's the same thing where, like, remember when, like, the Straw Hats were blamed for everything in Dressrosa?
It's
That's
you
literally what
always
it was.
blame the most obvious person that you can label as evil. Like it's like when it's you know the movies where like it's like a little girl and she looks innocent but she's the one who's killing everybody at the end and you're like, what? We would have never thought, you know?
It's all a matter of perspective, and Lilith is just so well written. Miguel says
Yeah.
a big brain take on Lilith. I think Lilith is probably one of my favorite characters to come out of Egghead. I've been saying for a while she'll be the only one because of the theme she represents. She's actually the one that perfectly kind of describes the Straw Hats because like she's actually like embodies what a pirate is. The pirates are evil, right? Pirates are evil, except Luffy is constantly taking down the world government and freeing people, and he's bringing freedom and joy and laughter. But he's evil. And Lilith too. Lilith cares so deeply about people, but she's evil. It just shows that labels aren't everything.
Also, like the stream, guys. It helps a lot. Thank you.
Yes, please like the stream. He made almost 10K, so if we can just get her another like 300 subs, I'd appreciate it, guys. But well, I'll continue on and then I'm done with my pages. So it goes, I've also found evidence to suggest that somebody deployed the weapon Sea Beast without authorization. A jamming white transponder snail was also found in our investigation. I know we can reconstruct the call data directly from our long distance transponder snail. And then it says, Dr. Vegapunk is researching the Void Century. Vegapunk's like, she rang Mary Joie. No wonder Cyberpole keeps snooping around.
You know, you look at that and you're like, what what a bee. And also, we have a $10 super chat from Truman Spider. He says, love you, Chibi Girls. I'm so excited to head into this next arc. The crew is all together, and we have so many chances to get upgrades in tech with Lilith or find something of use on Elbaf. I completely agree with you. I'm so excited for Elbaf. If you don't understand, it is the, like, I love futuristic stuff, but also Elbaf, the aesthetic, like the whole, like, the giant stuff, and I love it. I love it so much. So thank you again for the super chat, and we have a $5 super chat from Jose Human. He said, 1, Anime NYC next weekend. I am super excited. 100%. And 2, Man United won. I mean, y'all are the first one to play a game in the Premier League for now. So obviously, I hope you would win. I mean, it's against Fulham. Obviously, you guys would have won. 3, nice Egghead ending. Well, I mean, for now, it looks beautiful, so I agree with you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, you guys. You guys are amazing.
I can't wait to go to Anime NYC and Hime goes to hang out with other people and I'm stuck in the corner because I can't hang with people. I can't talk to anybody.
Anyways.
See how much she doesn't love me. Hime, why don't you love me anymore?
Because no matter how many times I tell you that we're gonna spend time, you don't believe me. So
I don't believe you. Go ahead, Hime, it's your turn.
It is. So we're back now to okay, so we have Stella. 6 days before the present. The kingdom of Lelucia has been erased. The details are still a bit foggy, but I have a bad feeling about this. Pythagoras, observe any changes to the sea level and monitor all wireless transmissions. Yes, sir. Shaka is like, do you think this has something to do with the theft of the mother flame? And Stella's
Yes.
like, sorry, go ahead.
No. Do you think that this has... Yes.
Obviously.
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 Also, the way you said Pythagoras sounded like Pythagoras, and it's just like, Peter, the horse is here.
And then we have Stella. He's like, I'm sure of it. That portion of the flame must have been delivered to the government by one of the weaponized sea beasts. That we have like Stella, who's like losing his shit. If you'll permit me to indulge in pure conjecture, it seems plausible that the word government possesses one of the ancient weapons, and they must have needed the mother flame energy that York stole to fuel it. We'll see if the evidence supports my conclusions. Even if this deduction is sound, it's hard to speak it aloud. It's my fault, after all. Only a fool lets their greed run amok, and I went and personified mine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is crazy because you wouldn't think that somebody would like that is created out of greed would go this far. Like
I would think that.
But to betray the whole family, everything, and like it's kind of it's still crazy, you know. Like,
well, think about it, right? Like greed is ever consuming, right? Like if you're greedy, and this is I think you've made like a really good point where it's like I think greed is probably one of the worst of the sins because it's inherently selfish, right? Like if you're greedy, you don't care about what others have, you only care about yourself. You care about what you want because that's what takes priority. That's what greed is. And I think that it's just like I think it's insane how well the themes work. Do you remember when people said like it doesn't make any sense that York would do it? Y'all just weren't reading.
Because you know, even me when I dabbled into like Dante's Infernos, like when you were talking about it, and I saw that the last level was like betrayal. I was like, what would make somebody betray somebody else? It's greed. It literally is greed because like you want, like when he killed the brother, it's because he wanted power. And that's why he's like at the end of like at the last level, like that's the worst thing possible. So it makes a lot of sense. This is what York did. York did the same thing as like Judas and the rest.
Like, and that's actually exactly what happened.
Literally, this is the greatest sin. And you know what? I am ready to bet that Emo did something similar, and that's what started the Void Century. It's all about greed. Greed is the
who
sin.
sits on the empty throne, right? Who sits on the top of the world?
Greed.
Who would want so much? And this is why Luffy is such a fantastic antithesis. What is the antithesis to freedom? What is the opposite of freedom? Greed, that want, that control. I think that this is beautifully put. And you're right with the Dante's Inferno thing, spot on analysis. Because what happened with Judas, right? Like, and I always say there's so much religious material in One Piece. Judas betrayed Jesus because he didn't really want to lose his place. He liked Jesus. He thought like, oh, Jesus is a great man, but he was just kind of like, I don't know. And for 20 silver pieces, he betrayed Jesus. It was that greed, that want to stay in there, that control. And he kisses Jesus, and Jesus is like, you betrayed me. And Judas afterwards, like he did this and he realized and he's like, what did I do? He let this greed encompass him and encompass his soul, and that leads to the ultimate sin, which is betrayal. And so I think you're right, where it's like greed leads to betrayal, and that's why it's so horrible. Because what happened with York She wanted and wanted and wanted until she betrayed those who she loved. And I think you did a really great analysis. Also, to the people, there's this one guy in the chat, Brother Ship. He's like, I can't watch a new One Piece episode without y'all. So sweet. Thank you so much. Y'all are so sweet. I appreciate y'all so much. Um, and then also, Eden said York represents greed, avarice to the highest degree. Killing the fam to be even more lazy. Exactly. Where it's like it's this indulgence. You know what I mean? Like when you indulge in too much, you become
And
greedy. You want.
you know what's crazy? Her life wasn't even that bad. She only had to eat and poop and sleep. She wanted to be even more like this is she embodies greed so well because she wasn't even living that much of a hard life and she wanted something even easier. That means that greed has no limit. It knows no limit. She
Oh
will
yeah.
be even greedy even if she becomes a celestial dragon. Even greedier. It will never
Oh, I
end.
agree. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Alrighty. Okay, so let's continue. Um let me see here. Okay, so back on Egghead. Is there any benefit to apprehending York now that we know? Stella's like, no, it's too late for that. York's motives are irrelevant now. They will still come to erase anyone who knows, of the Void Century. York already demonstrated her worth to them by rashly handling over the Mother Flame. The best we can do is use that trust as an opportunity to determine their intent for the Mother Flame, for the flame, and try to mitigate the damage. Shaka says, Stella, we still have a chance to escape if we flee now. Stella's like, prepare a boat for the other residents. Quasar? What?
Remember, that's like his. They actually haven't like said that in a while. It's like Quasar is like what he says. You know how like One Piece
Quasar.
characters go like,
Oh,
Gozaru.
yeah. Oh, okay.
My
I was
name
like,
is
what?
Kizamon Gozaru.
Okay, guys, see. They still have a shot of escaping Egghead, but it will be impossible for us. The Navy will have issued secret orders to every branch and base by now. They will chase us to the end of the world, and our inevitable death will be meaningless. At least here on Egghead, we have something O'Hara didn't 22 years ago. We have the means and equipment to amplify our voices as far and wide as possible. This is actually gave me goosebumps. Like, I love that. You know what? You know how we all thought how Vegapunk was like super evil at the beginning? He is showing to us how much like how much he's ready to sacrifice his life and everybody's life for the betterment of the world, for like to save millions and millions of people.
Well,
He's
think about
fine
it,
with the
Hime.
sacrifice. This is beautiful. Like, ah,
It
Vegapunk.
actually it leads back into what you were saying though.
Oh,
Do you remember when you were like, if you let greed consume you? What is Vegapunk without right now? Is
greed.
greed.
Yeah, you're right. Honestly, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're
Without
right.
without greed comes true selflessness, which is why you shouldn't be wanting. It's okay to want stuff, right? Vegapunk wanted to invent, but he's basically like, you know what? If I must die, I will do it to help others. Um,
Yeah.
and also, yeah, Hime, you were a D1 hater, weren't you?
Yeah, 100%. But honestly, it's good. I love when Oda proves me wrong. Like, I live for that. It means that I was so like brainwashed. I love that. On to my last page, I think. Then we have Vegapunk. What exactly is the word government? The closer I get, the more shrouded it becomes. This is just like our weird world. Like when you understand the dark side of society and when you dig deeper, ignorant you think to yourself ignorance was truly bliss because it's awful. It's not all like pretty like we think. He says, "If I must die, I will sell my life dearly."
And you know what?
Oh,
You know
get
what,
in
Hime?
here!
You remember? Do you remember how like when we first met Vegapunk, when like Dragon was talking to him, he was like, "This isn't worth sacrificing your life over. Like it's not worth sacrificing your life over this." Do you remember when he told that to Dragon? This is what we call, guys, character development. Because you're right, like Hime in the beginning, and the thing is, I was well, I'm like Vegapunk has done all of these evil things, and the thing is, he has. Don't take away from the fact that Vegapunk did horrible things when he was younger. Like what he did to Kuma was unthinkable. And the thing is that he realized his mistake and tried to fix it as he got older. And that's all you can do, right? Like when you make a mistake, you can't just
My
continue to simmer in that. You have to move forward.
you know up until now, one of my favorite panels. I'm probably gonna make a thread of my favorite panels of Egghead when it's done. But one of my favorite panels of Egghead is when young Vegapunk is crying, looking at the books, and saying that you fools, you guys sacrificed your lives just for books, and he's crying. And look at him now; he's sacrificing his life to keep
Exactly.
this like he it's like you fool, you're doing the same thing. Like yo, this is so good.
He
This yo Oda is cooking, bro. I am
Vegapunk has
moved.
finally realized. He finally realized, like, I was wrong. And the thing is like, maybe he needed to learn this lesson so that people could grow and develop. Because let's be honest, like, he made a lot of mistakes, and Vegapunk looks back on his life and he acknowledges this. Like, it's not just me and Hime saying this. Like, Vegapunk has looked
No.
back and been like, I've done bad things. And that's why, like, when we were doing Kuma's backstory and he was like, I can't do this. And he kept moving forward because he realized, like, I've gone too far. And this is Vegapunk basically being like, no, like, I can make a change. I was wrong. If there's one thing I can sacrifice and give up after everything I've done, it's give up my life.
Mhm.
And it's very beautiful. Like, his character arc, I think, was truly fantastic.
One of the best written like characters
Really
in
good.
Egghead. Like, obviously, if you take out Kuma, because like Kuma is like was a central piece, and Bonnie as well. But like afterward, it has to be Vegapunk. Like Vegapunk, Chef Kiss, like the
I
writing.
think I think
Wow.
that Vegapunk had some great writing, and I feel like a lot of people kind of misinterpreted what me and you were saying, because we never were like, "Oh, Vegapunk is outright evil," right? We never said that. We were like,
No.
"He's doing these evil things,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have these evil intentions." And I think like a
I
lot of
thought
people,
I thought he was self-serving at the beginning. I was like, oh, he's only doing stuff that like he wants because he's a scientist and he wants to explore things
which he
and,
kind
and
of did,
experiment. Yeah, but I thought that it was just like this was the only layer to him. I didn't know that he would like mature, evolve, and change. You know?
because you know why? Because like when we originally saw Vegapunk, that's the air that he put out, right? Where it's like
Mm-hmm.
he's self-serving. And that was like the first thing that we saw of him, and I think that's why Oda really wanted to focus on that, where it's like there's all of these different personality traits of Vegapunk. Like, and we're like, oh well, the good version is Shaka, right? Like Shaka is talking to Dragon, and he's like the good of Vegapunk, and he separated himself. But this Vegapunk basically gave up all of the aspects of himself to kind of become this. I understand what Ohara did. And I think that that is the main thing, where it's like Vegapunk was never like, he's not Doflamingo, right? Like that's not what we were saying. He was doing evil things, and that's why we didn't want him to live, right? That's why we're like, he's too dangerous because he's just doing it for science sake. And it's like we're just like, yo, Vegapunk, how could you do that? Like, how could you do that? And like little by little, we're just like, Vegapunk also had these same questions. He also questioned himself, and that's what makes him so good. It's the fact that he was doing these things, and then we're like, I can't believe I'm doing this to Kuma. As we are saying in the audience, like, how are you doing this to Kuma? And now it's come full circle. Where the first thing we were really introduced to with Dragon and Vegapunk, where Vegapunk's like, why are they dying over books? To Vegapunk being like, I will die over the books that I said were crazy.
Yeah. No. Yeah. She was alright evil. What are you talking about? No. Yeah. I thought he was evil at the beginning, 100%. Like that's
We
like me.
never
But me. I agree. I agree on the fact that I thought he was evil, like where like he's self-serving, he's selfish. You know
Yeah, I
that
mean,
type of
like, and
evil.
yeah, I think you could just go back and watch, because we never said he wasn't evil. Like that was the entire point, right? Like he did
Yeah.
evil things.
No.
I think I
I
think I
agree.
think the guy is trying to cope and say that Vegapunk was good the entire time. He wasn't. He was
No,
evil. He
he
did horrible
wasn't.
evil things.
He did.
He did
He did
horrible evil
horrible
things.
things. Yeah, he did.
I
He did.
it's just that
Like
we now know that Vegapunk has
has a
grown and
side.
matured into a
Yeah.
better person. He did
Exactly.
horrible, evil things, even though that wasn't his intention. And we kept saying that. That's why I said Vegapunk is too dangerous to let live, because he's just
Yeah.
continuing making these things where it's like, and then little by little, you're like, well, Vegapunk is trying to fix it, right? With some of his new things.
Yeah. He
He
has
still made
character
the Seraphim.
development.
He still
Yeah.
made the Seraphim. The Seraphim are horribly evil. This is one of the worst things he ever created. Like, that is an evil thing that he did. What he did to King is unforgivable.
Yeah,
Like what
literally.
he did to, he was like, and the thing is, like, he stopped at experimenting on children, right, with Caesar Punk. He still allowed Caesar to continue to do what he wanted, right? So, or the Caesar Clown, right? So it's like, to say that Vegapunk was never evil is a lie. It is a
He just
complete
had
lie.
he just
Vegapunk
had
was evil,
yeah,
regardless
he
of his
just
intention. But Vegapunk realized this and is now making a difference.
Yeah.
And that is what's important.
No, but it's very easy. I'm just gonna say it like before I go to the next point. He had character development. This is what happens in a manga. Character development. Anyways, so I think it's pretty normal. Like even you as a human, you evolve, you mature. You're not the same person as you were before. So this is the same thing that happened with Vegapunk.
Yeah, where it's like I just very very quickly just to reiterate, because it's like, and me and Hime have never said that he wasn't, and we still say to this day he is evil. He's done horrible things, but just because you're an evil person doesn't mean you can't grow. And I think that Hime put it best.
Yeah,
it's character development.
Redemption arc.
It's literally a redemption arc, right? Like it's literally a redemption arc. But yeah, Vegapunk, like when he was younger, pure evil. He did horrible, evil things, and he caused the world government to have a tighter hold on people. He caused years of oppression. Sure, he caused good things too. Nobody's saying otherwise. But you can't just say, oh, well, I did good things, and then also created weaponry that allowed the world government to basically have a greater hold on the Grand Line and to basically help them avoid Sea Kings and make it
experimented on people, like.
And I experimented on people. It's like you're evil. You're evil.
Yeah, but anyways, so I have here a $5 super chat from Kenneth Matthew. He says, "You think it's possible that the God Knight might end up being stronger than the Gorosei?" Honestly, I think it's possible, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not the case. It depends really on how Oda wants to have this hierarchy of powers. Maybe there's like maybe one or two, like God's Knight that are like super strong, you know, and the rest are like a bit weaker. Could be a mix. What do you think, Chestnut?
The Gorosei, no, could be. I think maybe a couple of them might, but we'll have to see. I still think the Gorosei are going to be like the strongest in the series, just because of like how it kind of works up to the top. But honestly, like I think. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to say, but thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that the power scaling we're gonna have to wait, right? Like I think we're definitely going to have to wait for certain things, but no, yeah, I think this is really good. The Vegapunk that we all thought was evil was Lilith, and she ended up being like the kindest person. And the Vegapunk that was evil became a good person as well, and the Vegapunk that we thought was lazy was evil, like just pure evil. I think this arc has a lot of really good morality. But Fizo also said, she was like, Vegapunk did evil things, but he wasn't evil. I would say that doing evil things still makes you evil. It's just that you become a better person. So like he's still evil, right? Like he did horrible things, like, but he's trying to make up for it. So like that's all we can do. But remember when we were talking about how the pirates are evil and the Navy is good? It's all a matter of perspective. And I think that is the important thing, right? Vegapunk is evil when you're looking at the perspective of the people that he hurt.
The Flamingo said it best. He said that the ones who decide what's good and bad is the one who's in power. It's like who decide what is justice? It's the one who's in power.
Yep.
All right, so let me finish this page. So we have here Vegapunk who's like, I apologize for wrapping you two into all of this. Shaka's like, don't be silly. We're Vegapunk just like you. We're all thinking the same thing. Just one issue, Stella. What exactly constitutes death for someone like us? He's like, good point. Oh, so they don't even like know. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, is it my turn? So I guess we have where it's like, there's one other thing that we must safeguard, our cloud loft technology to manufacture artificial island clouds. It may be pivotal in saving humanity in the near future. Ooh, creating the sky islands.
I'm wondering if this technology was used to actually create all of the sky islands that exist, or it was created after. Like, what came first? Like, do you think... Oh, wait, you disappeared from my collab cam. Let me put you back. You need to come back in. Oh, you're here. Okay, let me... All right, I put her back, guys. No worries. I put her back. So, yeah, no, I'm wondering, do you think that this is how Sky Islands were created, or do you think that Vegapunk just, like, found a way to do it artificially?
I think, so, like, Ragnar, has a really good theory on this, and it's actually, like, one of the best theories, where it's, like, the Sky Islands were actually created during the Void Century, and the rightful place was actually to the Fishmen. There's like a really interesting theory where it's like that's why Joy Boy was apologizing to Fishman Island, because that's where like Noah's Ark was for, was to actually bring them up to like a place where the sun always shines. Where does the sun always shine? Above the clouds. So yeah, I think that I really like that theory that he has, and I think he goes through the theory. I think that I wonder if Dak had actually worked with Ragnar on a theory to make that, but that's probably one of my favorite theories about it. So I would say like Sky Islands are artificial and they were created during the Void Century, and this is Void Century technology that Vegapunk is just recreating.
So so you think that the Sky Island existed before? Like it wasn't technology, it just like it's bound, you think?
No, I think like the Sky Islands were technology, but Void Century
technology
technology.
based. Oh, okay. Honestly, it would make sense. It would explain how it happened. And right now, like he wants to like be able to recreate that because in case like everybody like sink, in case the whole world sink, how will humanity live if they don't go to the moon? They need to have Sky Islands. So, yeah.
Yeah. Rose Skull said maybe they grow. I actually like that. I would say it'd be really cool if like the Sky Islands like created their own ecosystem and started growing. I think that would be totally reasonable.
But wait, now that I think about it, okay, so the technology is inside of this bottle, okay, or something like that. If everybody leaves Egghead, like the world government is gonna seize that technology. I don't know. Like, what are we gonna like? Is it, like, is it, they're gonna destroy it and then it's over, or they're gonna seize it for themselves? Like, it's such a waste. It's such a waste. Like, somebody has to seize this. Like, I don't know, Blackbeard. Like, do your thing. Somebody go get this. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Nobody's gonna seize this. Nobody knows.
Very quickly, because Levi in the comments is going absolutely crazy. I will make fun of Mihawk and Dragon until they do something because it's hilarious.
It's all banter,
I will
guys.
never I will never be like, oh my god, I never said anything bad about Mihawk. I literally say all the time, I'm like, do you remember when I said that Shanks would get no dipped by Kid in Law? I've made that very like it's so crazy because I said horrible things about Shanks. I literally said like Shanks is Sea King level, like Shanks couldn't even fight off anything. But when I said that, y'all didn't have an issue. Levi, you didn't have no issue when I was saying that, right? Now you may have not seen me when I said that before, and that's fine. And I've literally made videos. Like there's still a video on my YouTube where I'm literally like, I am sorry, Shanks fans. I really thought Kid would do better. I was like, Kid is gonna go crazy against Shanks. This is gonna be a close battle. Like I just it's crazy.
Even if like, you're even if you didn't say that before, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, like it's fictional characters. Y'all shouldn't get attached like this much to fictional characters where you think we're insulting you guys. We're insulting fictional characters, and at the end of the day, it's all banter. It's all banter, guys. Don't take it seriously. Like this is all for fun and games.
It's just
There's
funny.
agenda here. Yeah, it's just funny.
It's just
guys.
funny. Like that's like the entire point of it.
Don't get insulted by it. Who cares? Like there's many creators who stand characters, who hate other characters. Who's like, it's fictional. Like
you want to know
what?
Though?
Just laugh about it. It's fine.
The issue is that nobody stands Mihawk. Like nobody stands Mihawk, and so it's not funny to Mihawk fans because they take it as like a personal attack. Now, when I say horrible things about Sanji to Hime, y'all don't have an issue. Like Levi, you don't have an issue with that, right? Like you don't have an issue with me saying I've said like absolutely horrible things about Sanji on stream. Like I have made fun of Sanji so bad. You didn't have an issue with that when I went and then said this is a really good Sanji moment, and I really like that. So if you don't have an issue with me saying that, you shouldn't have an issue with the banter going on against Mihawk and Dragon. But here's your thing, and hold me to it. Once Mihawk gets a single move, one move in canon, I will glaze Mihawk more than Shanks. Just for you, just so somebody has that agenda. Because I understand how horrible it is. Because like imagine if nobody has like Blackbeard except for I think like me and Jay have Blackbeard as like our top one. And like it sucks sometimes because people are just like, yo, Blackbeard is this, Blackbeard is that.
Please, at least you guys are two. I'm the only one who has a kind of top one, bro.
Doesn't Sai have a kind of top one?
Bro, I don't know. Sai changed. I think he changed his ranking when we were on Cold Stream, and he didn't have Akainu first. I think he had also Shanks.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and the thing is that I've always said Blackbeard top 3 strength wise, right? Like, I have a tier list. I've said this, right, too. Or Dragon, I mean, sorry, my bad. Blackbeard is top 1. I'm sorry, guys. Please forgive me. Oh, Lord Blackbeard. But no, I've always said like Dragon is top 3 strength wise. I was like, I think Dragon is stronger than Shanks multiple times. So the fact that he would be strong, I've literally said so. So that's my thing. It's like I'm not a hypocrite. I'd give people dues where it goes. I
I'm
think that
sorry,
dragon is
but
gonna be hella strong. But
it
it's like,
doesn't.
I just like making fun of them because they
It
don't
doesn't
do
matter.
anything, and it's hilarious. It's
It
so
doesn't.
funny.
It doesn't matter even if you're even if like it's hypocritical. Like I have an agenda to push and I don't care.
Oh, well,
like
he meant like
like
that.
I'm sorry, but like guys, like this is how agenda One Piece works. Like guys, we have our biases. We're gonna push whatever we want to push. It's impossible to be unbiased, and you probably know it because you probably like follow other creators that are 100 times worse than us when they talk shit about Mihawk. By the way, I've seen them. So I just want to say like you already know where we stand for now, so it shouldn't come as a surprise when we slander some characters here and there. Me personally, I try sometimes to like not like go too hard, but like you know me, you know my agendas, you know her agendas, you know how what we where we stand right now. So like obviously we're gonna have our biases. I don't know why people expect us to be saint, like going on a neutrality mighty quest where like where we don't have our preferences. Bro, this is anime. Like y'all should already know by now. I feel
But
like
my
this shouldn't be explained.
I don't know, bro. So I assume that they also hate my theory that the best move in the verse is going to be Mihawk doing a single slash and taking down the gates of justice, like the entire gate, shattering it. I guess you guys also hate that theory then, right? Because I'm a big Mihawk slander, so that's horrible, right? When I say, oh well, that would be the feat to put him above Shanks, you hate that, right? Or you didn't hear that. And that's my thing where it's like, am I a hypocrite for basically saying like I want to see Mihawk do something? Am I a hypocrite for saying I think that Shanks would extreme diff Mihawk? Am I a hypocrite
Yo,
for
I love
saying like Mihawk really needs to have a move so far because he's been disappointing to me in the manga? I'll be like, finally, and I literally
uh,
Marineford isn't
and
good.
you know what's
But
funny
also
is
like
that
But hold up, really quick, because like the dragon thing, I've never said anything about dragon strength. I've always said it about his character, so I don't even know what you're yapping about. Yap, 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 yap. Dragon
but
is top
anyways,
3 in the verse. Dragon's top 3. So don't yap on that. I've said
but
Dragon is top 3.
nobody.
You can go back and see that. But for Mihawk,
Mhm.
he needs to prove himself. I have him top 5 right now. I have him right
Nobody.
below
That's
Shanks.
that's what people don't understand. We do not get upset if somebody we dislike get a feat. As you can see, she for example, Sanji had a great moment, and she's a big Sanji hater, and she
I
praised him.
am.
We literally, if there's something about me and her, we give flowers where it's due, even if we dislike the character. Even like when Dragon like had a little moment at some point, I said, oh, that's very cool, when like we saw that like he knows about Luffy and he cares about him, that's why he's staying away from him. So like even if we slander characters, we'll never cry because they get actually a feat. We'll actually praise them because at the end of the day, that makes a good character for One Piece as a whole. And me as a One Piece fan, I don't want other fandoms to be like, look at their bum characters that don't do
That's what
shit,
I'm
that are
saying.
like
Why
I
would I
get
want
happy, like
Mihawk to be
I
a
get
bum, bro?
like I get happy for the writing at the end of the day. Like that's beyond my agenda. Obviously there's always gonna be like again banter. It's normal, and that's what's cool. That's why we have debates between creators and stuff. If we all like were unbiased and super like neutral, it would be boring.
Well,
So
the thing is that like I feel like certain people like and listen, Levi, this isn't really necessarily to you. I think it's Mihawk fans in general where it's like y'all will slander Shanks, but the moment somebody slanders Mihawk, and I think it's just because there isn't people on YouTube who stand Mihawk. And honestly, I think it's a
not
shame
enough, yeah.
because like it's honestly like a lot of people like they like and you may have been the person too where it's like on my podcast get somebody who likes Mihawk. Why would I get somebody with like under 1K to come on my channel where I have an entire fan base and to bully them basically? It's not fun. And the thing is that honestly it really sucks because I used to debate people all of the time when I was a smaller channel, and I used to do TikTok lives all of the time to debate people on Mihawk and Shanks. Right? I thought it was really fun. I used to be on the side of Mihawk. Everybody knows this. I used to say that Mihawk no diff Shanks. And then I was like, oh, I got proven wrong. So I switched, right? Because you always switch to the winning team. That's stupid. Except unless the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills will always win. But yeah, like I said, like if Mihawk ever gets like a crazy feat, and I hope he does, like, and I've said this multiple times, if he is an actual bum, I will have a legit issue with Oda because that doesn't make any sense. He's going to be strong. I have him top 5. I have him beating. Like I always bring up the thing. Well, would he beat Big Mom? Oh, I think so, but it's not proven, right? But I think so. Obviously, I think he go extreme diff with the majority of people in the verse, but we haven't seen it. But yeah, if
Yeah.
he gets a beat, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna whine and cry. But like, don't be. I hate when people be saying stuff. Don't be putting things in my mouth that I didn't say. Mihawk right now is a bum. Get on that. Show us something. Dragon is a deadbeat, and I
He's
had
a
a lot of
deadbeat.
issues with his character. But he's strong, right? He's obviously strong. Like nobody's saying he's not strong. I didn't say that. So don't be putting words in my mouth. But yeah, no. It's really not that deep. I like if Mihawk ends up being stronger than Shanks, I'll be like, damn, that sucks. I guess I'm a Mihawk fan again,
So
right?
so we
Guess I'm a Mihawk fan again because I used to be. I used to think he was stronger than Shanks, but I changed because I jumped ship.
So
Go
we
ahead,
have a
Mina.
$2
Sorry.
super chat from Terrence Matthew. No, it's just because I'm getting like a bit bored of talking about Shanks and Mihawk, to be honest. But so we have a $2 super chat from Terrence Matthew. He said, "Blackbeard's a bum, lol. Don't let Chestnut see this."
Blackbeard is top one. That's the only ship I
Uh,
won't ever go because he's literally the MC.
Oh, we have Brago in the chat. He said, "I don't think we'll ever get the answer between these two, but we'll see." I completely agree with you. That's the beauty of it, is that I know Oda don't want to like, I mean, if you can read in between the lines, but Oda is never gonna like put it in front of our face, spoon feed it to us, because it would create way too many wars. And I think that he likes us, wondering and
Oh,
having
yeah.
our own conclusions. And that's the beauty of it, because at the end of the day, like, it would be boring if like he would tell us exactly this person is stronger than this person. No, like it would be like, I like that. I like the fact that it's like, you have to put context into fights. There's some people who are weaknesses to other people. So this is the beauty of power scaling, So I agree with you.
Listen, bro. I also agree. We'll never get an actual answer. Is that Brago you said was in the chat who said that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Brago, you're absolutely right. We'll never actually get an answer for that. But also I will never answer for my slander because I never answer for the Shanks slander.
Yeah, no, just
I just
guys,
jumped
just
ship.
understand.
It's just
like,
jokes.
like
It's just
in
jokes.
conclusion, it's all banter. It's fictional characters. Do not let fictional characters dictate how you feel about your own self. You guys are your own self. Fictional characters are their own, and don't take it personally. Like,
Listen,
and
bro, Shanks was a bum when he got his arm taken off by a freaking level 1 Sea King, bro.
Yeah, and it's all
How mid you gotta be for a thing that base Luffy was able to take out in one hit,
now we know.
yo bum ass can't even take him out in a second. Get out of here.
To be fair, it's the editor. It's the editor choice. To be fair, it's the editor choice to make it more dramatic.
And you know, it was a great choice for the story. And the thing is, when Mihawk finally shows out, when Mihawk shows out in the scene that I've literally curated for him, like when that exactly happens, I'm literally gonna be like, I told y'all. Because it's gonna happen. Like, I've been right on Egghead in like every single aspect, so it's gonna happen. Maybe post Egghead. Give it a couple chapters. Go ahead.
And Brago, you're right. Like he said, like people be getting too mad. That's why I debate with people I know. Colby, Wiling, Joe. So like that's the thing. Even me, like I used to debate a lot on Twitter. Like, I mean, y'all probably seen it on Twitter. I used to debate a lot. Now I just say my take, and if you dislike it, I mean, you can just give me free impressions, because I'm gonna ignore you. I don't care. So that's the thing. It's people, like, it's fictional characters. It's not real, y'all. It's not real.
It's fun.
Stop
I
getting mad.
love debating with people. I don't really debate on my channel anymore because I just do a lot of like theory content again, which is honestly great, but I do it with cartoons. So I don't really talk about One Piece like at all. Except in like obviously like chapter reviews and stuff. And like I'll eventually start doing it when we probably get into like Elbaf. But no, yeah, like I think it's fun because like there is no correct answer, right? Like, and I think it's funny when people think like, oh, there's no right answer. And Hime's right. There will never be a right answer. But yeah, I definitely think like, especially when we're talking about like TikTok beef and stuff, and like Naruto versus One Piece. Oh my god, Mihawk is gonna no diff every Naruto character. Like, as soon as he gets his feet, you best believe I'm gonna be scaling him above KCM Naruto. I'm gonna be scaling him Baryon Mode Naruto, like scaling him right above, bro.
Okay, for the Naruto fans, me personally, I don't do in like out of verse, like between anime power scaling. Do not ever ask me about this. I guess she does. I think that this is way out of my scope.
Yo, like, listen, bro.
But yeah, no, but it's always fun. It's always fun in game until like it gets heated. But yeah, obviously. But I think that we should continue the chapter. It's been a while.
Okay. Go ahead.
Was it me who was? Yeah, was it me who was?
I think you were
reading?
finishing.
Yeah. Okay, so I was talking about like we were on the page where I was talking about the technology of creating sky islands. Then we have York who's like, "Huh, Stella, what are you doing here?" And then she sees him near the ancient robot. Oh, that is you, York. You know, same old, same old. If our experiment, if our experiments to optimize the mother flame allow this thing to move again, it'd be a big breakthrough in creating our ideal energy source. She's like, that's right. It'd be amazing if we achieve that soon. Right. I can only pray it never gets perfected. I It speaks volumes for a scientist to not wanting to perfect a technology because he sees the risk of that technology. Normally scientists like they don't care. They want to get like through like to the end of their like, work studies and experiments. The fact that Stella doesn't want to perfect it is like you know how dangerous it is. You know how like how much consequences is like this will amount from. So I think this is very cool that like he came to that conclusion here. Was it like my first page? I think. Yeah.
I think that was like your. Was it? Okay.
Wait. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, who did you? Were you the one who was like reading, or was it me before?
No, I think this was like your last.
Oh yeah,
Oh no,
it's my last.
Oh no, it
it's
was.
my last.
I actually this was my page. Oops,
Yeah, but
sorry.
that's why I asked you. I was
I
confused.
know. I'm still typing in the chat, bro. You won't let me finish arguing with this guy.
Yeah, I was so confused, bro. But
No, it's
anyways,
okay. I'll continue. I'll
keep
continue. I'll
going,
continue.
yeah.
So let's see. It says 2 days before the present. Go ahead and speak now. The recording has begun. Mic check. Mic check. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Attention, world. Hello there. This is Dr. Vegapunk, the world's greatest and most humble scientific genius. What we said will come as a big shock, right? Maybe to everyone. Maybe, but everyone has a right to know the truth. No one will ever expect the transponder snail to be hidden here. My death will trigger the message to be sent out worldwide. We need to ensure that no one finds out until it's too late. Any abnormality in our behavior could be a tip off that spoils our plan. Erasing our own memories is the safest bet. That being said, there will be consequences. We'll lose all memories related to this matter. The fact that York stole the Mother Flame, the fact that our lives are currently at stake, we'll have to suffer through all of those bombshells all over again. Indeed. The fear we will feel for our lives will be brand new to us, but we will have to put countermeasures in place, even if things go sideways. Hee hee hee. And then it says, it'll still be our victory. And then like slash through there.
That's insane. This explains everything. This explains because at the end, we were like, how come Vegapunk recorded the message but didn't know it was York because he was super surprised that it was York, when it happened. So like they're explaining I love that the fact that Oda came back to explain to us like the context of this because it was like a bit of a plot hole. We were like how did that happen? So it's very cool. Like I love that. Is it my turn to read?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
oh no, wait.
Yeah.
Let me finish this panel. Sorry, I didn't realize
Yeah,
this
that's
was a
what I
full
was.
panel.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
like.
it says, the Memory Mass Research Lab. What are we doing here? This is my handwriting flap. Good morning, everybody. You'll find that at 3, that you 3 have a missing fortnight worth of memories that you were wiped from your own volition. A number of things will probably come as a surprise because which is ironically pretty amusing, huh? One thing I will tell you though, and then go ahead.
All right. So here it says the world government has found out about our research into the void century. And they're like, huh? They found out. And then I have already taken the best precaution possible. You will just have to put your faith in me and die. Imagine you're reading this. This is kind of crazy. Oh, and the last thing, and they're like, am I really telling myself to go die? So I just want to also stop here and say like this is kind of crazy how like Stella had like your memory is erased and you're just having so much faith in yourself that you're ready to die just because of the faith you had of your past person who was writing this letter. This is insane.
This is
To
Erwin
die.
from Attack on Titan. So
isn't
from
it
Levi, like Levi from Attack on Titan to Erwin, it's literally like give up on your dream
it's
and die.
crazy. I love it. I love it so much. And here we have Stella, Emperor Straw Hat's crew, and Bonnie have just made landfall. What? Cypherpole is approaching too. What? There's also a naval armada coming to blockade the island. What? Sorry, this is so funny. Admiral Kizaru and Elder Saturn seem to be with them. What? I'm sorry. Oh shit! You went out of the what? You went out of the collab cam. Let me. I don't know why this keeps happening. Give me a second, guys. I'm putting her back. Okay, you're back. You're back. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But yeah, so like this is hilarious. What? The whole time. So, so imagine like he's just like now like seeing all of these things because he doesn't want her to see his memories. Like this is a genius plan. This is genius. But this, you keep going out of the collab cam. What has happened? I don't know why it keeps doing that. Sorry, guys. Technical issues, you know. But so I just want to say like yeah, so this is kind of crazy because this is a genius plan only if you're somebody who has a lot of faith. And Stella showed us that he has a lot of faith. So after we rescue Bonnie from down here, I think it'd be best if I stayed put. Oh, he's ready to sacrifice it. This is why like we didn't understand where he was coming from why he wanted to die so bad. And they're like, huh? You'll die. And he's like, you don't need to help me escape anymore. I've thought about it. Just let me die here. What? Do you have a death wish? And then we have far from it. But I've come to believe that my death will set something important into motion. Imagine you're dying, but you don't know why. But you know you have to. This is so poetic. This is so deep. I love it.
Yo.
I love it. This is my type of shit, guys. This is
of course you would like this because this is gonna make the Sanji meme.
Not even. It could have been with. I swear to God, it could have been with Zoro. It's just me. I'm so impressed by Stella. No, but I am so impressed by Stella because you know how much I hated him, right. And I just have.
He was annoying at first. Like he was like a really annoying. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like Vegapunk was a really annoying bad character at first. Like yeah, I was like, oh, like he's because the thing is like he's exactly what I expected. Was just this scientist working for the world government who didn't care about people. But the depth that he like Oda gave him, and like as we learn more information, you like him more and more. Like it's really good. Like Oda.
Yeah.
He not only met our expectations for what I expected Vegapunk to be, but he surpassed them. And he made him a really well-rounded character.
The writing, oh wow. I keep falling in love with the writing of Stella. Like, honestly, like this was my biggest surprise in Egghead. Somebody needs to make a compilation of me hating to me loving him so much. Like
I mean, you are a D1 hater, bro. And the thing is that's honestly the beauty. It's like sometimes characters just grow on you. And it's like it's sometimes like and the thing is normalize changing your opinion with new information.
Yes,
like Vegapunk,
that's the beauty of it.
As we went chapter through chapter, he became better. Because like honestly, like if you liked Vegapunk from day one, after everything he did, you crazy.
Yeah, kind of weird. So we have here Sanji who's like, this is gonna be a big mess. I don't know actually who's I think Sanji's thinking that. I think is he the one thinking? Okay, so he's like, this is gonna be a big mess. We can't just sit there and watch you die. We've got to do something. One more thing. It's about the One Piece. Oh my god. Okay, so this is Vegapunk telling this to Sanji. It's about the One Piece. And Sanji's like, what about it? I want you guys to be the ones to find it. So this is what Stella told Sanji, and this is what Sanji has on his shoulders, and he was talking about at the beginning of the chapter. This is beautiful. And then we have the Giants and everybody celebrating with Usopp and Luffy still like, you know, recovering. Here to reuniting with old friends. Cheers! Hold on to this later. Wait for me, because Luffy loves like to celebrate when he can.
Oh, that's funny.
We're off to the land of my dreams, Elbaf. Usopp has to have an Elbaf arc. This is Oda. I hope you're not teasing us and edging us with this.
You gotta do the laughs. Do the laughs.
And then we have. Yeah. I guess.
Oh come on!
Okay, you do the fucking laughs.
You gotta go and yeah.
And then thinking 2 moves ahead. What does that mean? thinking 2 moves ahead.
Oh, I don't know, bro.
That's interesting. There's no break next week, unfortunately, and I'm saying unfortunately because we won't be able to react to it when it comes out because we'll be in Anime NYC, and I think a lot of creators will be in the same boat. So depending if there's a break after that, we will react to it. But if not, maybe not. So we'll see. We'll see. But okay, so I think this is definitely the end of Egghead, unless
Absolutely.
unless Oda shows us like maybe the aftermath with like Kizaru, Saturn, and the Gorosei, like just like, but it could still be also like the beginning of the next arc too. It could like this could also be seen as the beginning of Elbaf. Like I don't, I think he can still do that, and I think this is a beautiful ending for Egghead. So I have some stuff to say about the ending, but do you want to go first or?
Yeah, I'll go first. I think that Egghead is like a 9 out of 10 arc.
Beautiful.
I think a lot of people who don't like Egghead are either like really only reading for agenda. And if you're reading for agenda, you're not going to have a good time, right? Like Egghead, I think has destroyed so many people's agendas. It's not even funny. But when you actually look at it from a story place, the characters were really well developed. I think that Vegapunks exceeded expectations. Very successful use of that character. Especially with like how a lot of Egghead Island is kind of twisting what you think is going to happen. Very Agatha Christie like, and I think that we see this especially with how Lilith was with York, with Vegapunk, with even Dragon, with Kuma, right? Like Kuma is this horrible tyrant king, but like we had this thing. It's really about like switching your expectations. What did you expect from a character? What was your first impressions, and what do you think after that?
Yeah.
And I
But the
think
fact
that
that it was unpredictable. I like
it
that.
really
Like, nobody
was.
predicted anything.
Well,
Nobody predicted the giants coming. Nope. Everything.
well, some
I mean,
of it
okay.
was
No. I mean, obviously there's theories that came through, but I mean, like, nobody guessed the giants were coming. Let's be honest. Nobody guessed that one.
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't think. Well, when people were saying stuff, I was like, there's always a possibility because like Shanks and stuff were leaving. So like, I'm not gonna be honest. Like, it wasn't like too unexpected. Like, I kind of figured that they would be there. Like, other than like some other people, I was like, it's either them, and I was like, I never really thought it was the Grand Fleet, but no, I think this was great.
Yeah.
I think that there.
Oh,
Oh, I was gonna just say, like, I think that the actual story of Egghead Island was really good. The events that happened on there like, were crazy. We got a lot of lore, like not only shown to the One Piece world, but also to us. And I think that the introduction of Joy Boy, fantastic. Lots of really cool things. This will go down as like one of the best arcs in One Piece when people stop hating on it, like every single arc that they do, just because their character didn't get a cool scene, right? This was fantastic. I think that Egghead as a total is a 9 out of 10, and I think that people who have it below a 7 are kidding themselves. But go ahead, Hime.
So, but before I go, like, how much do you rate it out of 10?
I just said.
I didn't. I thought I didn't hear your score.
That was
okay.
a 9 out of 10.
Oh, 9 out of 10. Okay, I didn't hear it. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're okay.
So I want to say like because I'm so like so much like my presence online is like on social media is like heavy, so I see like a lot of like debates, and I see a lot of people who are like, unfortunately a lot of people are hating on it, but there's a lot of people who are also loving it. So I also expressed how much I loved Egghead, and people didn't understand it, and and me personally, like I adored Egghead so much, and especially the latest chapters. Like, I know they're not like heavy focused on action and fights and stuff. It was more dialogue, it was more like connection, like between characters, character development. I'm a big sucker for like big dialogues, emotional moments. This is probably a reason why I'm falling in love with Vagabond, which is like a manga, because I'm reading it. I just love the psychological development, like over fights. Like, it doesn't need to be like complex. It could just be simple, like just what happened between Stella and Sanji. I just love when things are simple and it's layered like with some depth. And this chapter, honestly, I loved it even more just because, as I said, because of the Sanji and Stella moment, and because of Stella's sacrifice. Seeing like Stella's character development throughout all of Egghead is one of the main thing that I think I enjoyed the most about this arc. Obviously, aside from Kuma's character development and Bonnie's as well, I just loved like his faith. His closure was beautiful. It just reached me. The fact that I really hated him and now I love him so much Which is why, personally, I also need to see the aftermath of Kizaru's. Like, I want to see like his character development, his state of mind. I hope that Oda like come back to that, because this whole
Bro's
event,
still
his
sleeping.
confliction, I think it would be very cool just to see what is happening with him, because I get invested like in character development. And to conclude beautifully, Sanji's writing also beautiful. I am so happy that he was the one who was in charge of Stella, and he was the one who heard his dying wish. I honestly can't imagine anybody else, maybe Zoro, but nobody else could have taken this responsibility and this pain on their shoulders. And I think that Sanji is such a perfect fit because he is like an emotional person.
Because he's so
He
caring.
empathizes.
He's
Yeah,
so
he's so
loving. He's such a kind
yeah.
person
He
that he will
he's
take this from everybody.
yeah, he's able to like empathize and feel it, and feel the pain. He's a perfect fit for it, and I think he can handle it. I cannot wait to see how Sanji mature after this event and how he heals from the guilt. He is like, honestly, this there's a reason why I love Sanji. I think he's one of the most well written character in One Piece for a reason. And honestly, to conclude, Egghead honestly was able to reach my heart. It moved me. I didn't expect to go through all of these roller coasters of emotions and to get attached and invested in so many characters. They were all so like layered, like so much depth. Like I got attached to like even like to Stussy, to even like to
Okay, that's
fucking
good.
Kaku. I got attached to Kizaru, to Stella, to Emeth, to Joy Boy, to like
Ooh.
there was so many. I think people are forgetting there were so many beautiful written characters, and like,
The
you know, when you
Guinea?
saw the Ginny as well, like they were all like, when you saw them
Oh god.
crying and like having their character development, and how some of them started as evil and ended up like, we see Kako and Stussy at the end, like Kako's crying. We see even Lucci has in his having his moment. Like everybody was beautifully written. Nobody was left out. It was, I think, if you just put agenda aside and you just look at the writing of everybody. Uh I mean, aside from some of the Straw Hats that were sidelined, like everybody was beautifully written. Even Robin, when she had her moments and she was crying and thinking, and it's beautiful. Like Oda, honestly, Oda, you reached me. You moved me. Chef kiss, Egghead, beautiful.
Rating?
I love that. Rating, honestly, I would I would give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Just
Almost
because I
perfect.
think, yeah, just because I think there was like still some little, like, again, because I wish that he would like talk about what is happening with Kizaru right now. Like, what is Kizaru doing? Is he gonna stay like an official in the world government? Is he gonna go against it? Like, what is happening with him? I would love to know that. And also, I still think that there was a plot hole Oda didn't touch on, where like, how did they capture York? He never came back on that. I think that like it's a shame a bit. I know it's not important, but I wish, you know. And also I wish that you know, some Straw Hats would have had a bit of a spotlight, but like it's not the end of the world. It happens. Not every arc is made for everybody, obviously. So, but
Hmm.
yeah, honestly, almost perfect. Almost perfect. I loved it. And I want to say one last thing for the people who are not able to enjoy it because of agenda. There's something I noticed, because I was heavy on agenda before, is that when you care so much about agenda and you make your whole, like, you know, personality surrounded by that, and even your account, you have every week to defend and fend yourself against everybody, so you cannot enjoy a chapter. Even when a chapter is good, the fact that everybody's hating on you, telling you like, oh, what is Zoro doing, what is Sanji doing, what is X, Y, and Z doing, you cannot say that you like something, you like this chapter, because everybody is gonna come at you, and you feel the need to defend yourself and to hate on the chapter. So just stop getting so invested in agenda. You can have your own agenda. I have my own agendas, but be able to like sometimes zone out and just like, you know, appreciate the chapter for what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It's one of the reasons why I stopped doing like One Piece content like every day, because I'm gonna like I at first it's like it's funny, and like I still think it's funny. Like I love like shitting on characters. Like when I shit on Sanji, I think it's hilarious. But I love Sanji because I love One Piece, right? Like when I shit on Mihawk, like obviously like I like Mihawk, but I do think like fans can sometimes make it really bad, like as an experience, and like fans can ruin stuff, right? Especially like I mean, like we saw this chapter where it's like I really like this chapter. I really did. I think it was great. Sometimes, especially when people are just like saying stuff, it's just like, bro, what are you saying? Like, what are you even doing? And it's like, I don't hate these characters. I love these characters because I love One Piece. But yeah, it's funny. Like, I think it's funny, but I feel like people take it so seriously. Like, I don't like. I'm gonna be honest, bro. When I made fun of Dragon, and then Dragon had that one scene that I really liked, I was like, I really liked that scene with Dragon. And people are like, oh, but weren't you hating? Yeah, I was hating because he wasn't doing anything. But it's like,
Yeah.
when I'm reading, I'm not like, "Wow, look at this bum," right? I'm like, "Oh, I didn't like that." Obviously, because
Like
I didn't like it.
yeah, if somebody's having a good moment, even if I'm not standing that character, even if I dislike that character, I will still be like, yo, this was a great moment. I
I
enjoyed
don't
it.
even hate One Piece. Like, I don't think I actually hate One Piece characters. I will say, like, Mihawk, honestly, even, like, to a
Wait,
point
you hate
extent, like,
Foxy.
Zoro. Actually, I do hate Foxy. I actually genuinely hate Foxy. You are completely correct. And I'm pretty sure that, Jose said something about Foxy as a super chat that you're gonna have to read.
Oh, I didn't
But
see it. Oh yeah. Okay.
but no, yeah, and I think he said, like, "Oh, like, I love Foxy," or "He's my favorite character."
Wait, he said
I'm on to
long.
you.
Yeah, let me just read it. Long ring, long lead arc was better, Tanuki. $2 super chat from Jose. Thank you, Jose. Sorry, I didn't see it.
Ridiculous. But no, yeah, other than Foxy, like, I don't hate anything, but, like, I think you guys can see, why are you arguing with me when it's like, it's very clear that the intention is comedy, right? And it's like, sometimes it hurts, and it's like I said, like, Mihawk fans have, like, actually threatened me, like, literally threatened my safety over a manga that's paper, right? And it's like, we both like the same story, and it's like, that's why I can't enjoy it. Like, and it sucks, and it's like, and it's unfortunate where it's like I used to be like a huge Mihawk fan, and then I switched because it's funny, because Shanks obviously, like, I got like no diff, and I was like, okay, I'll switch. And then it's like, right now it's like, it's funny to hate just because it's like a joke. But if you guys are actually like, do I actually hate a character other than Foxy? No, Foxy I actually genuinely hate. I
But
really
even
don't like
me,
Foxy.
I only hate Caribou just because he disgusts me.
There
He
we go.
looks like a predator, bro.
He
Like,
really
ah,
does.
yeah, he's creepy, bro. How you guys like that? And also, Ragnar with the $20 super chat, he just put a heart. Thank you so much. Ragnar is like
Oh,
our biggest supporter. Like, ah, thank you so much. You're so sweet.
so
You're so
sweet.
sweet.
Also, guys,
Yeah,
I will do like JJK content. Like, I can't wait for the anime to come back.
we
But
yes, we will react to all of the episode, and we still. By the way, we react to the chapter. It's just like 1 week it's on hers, 1 week it's on mine, and this chapter that is coming out probably maybe it's gonna come out tomorrow. I'm not
I
sure.
think it may have dropped already, but I'm gonna be honest, I've been
Did
like
it
really
drop?
sick this week, so I need to like not. I'm
I
gonna do
don't
it, I
think
think, tomorrow.
I don't think it dropped.
I think it did.
I don't. Wait, let me go. Let me go see because I didn't receive a notification.
Yeah, it
200.
literally
No,
dropped.
it didn't. It didn't. Look on
266.
TCB.
Yeah, it did.
But I only see
It's
265.
it's out.
But on TCB, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I'm literally looking at it right
Yo,
now.
I'm looking at it. I'm literally on stream in front of everybody. I'm going. Listen. I'm literally refreshing.
It's I'm literally looking at it right now.
Guys, what the yo? Okay, whatever. Literally everybody on stream can see it. There are fake TCB sites. Well,
Crazy.
you might be on a fake one then. Oh,
Me
webcam is fake.
this
Is it me?
You might be
Is
on
it
a
me
fake
who's on a fake?
one.
I have no idea. I have no idea at this point. At this point, I have no idea. Anyways, so it dropped, I guess. I have no idea. But anyways, we will
There's more.
react to it. Yeah, it's fine. We will react to it on Chestnut channel, so follow her. So I'm very excited as well. Said you're not about to guess like her. Yo, I didn't know I was on a fake one, bro. I just clicked TCB and
Look,
just opened it. I don't know.
it's right here.
Yo, I don't know. I'm on the wrong one then, fam. I'm on the wrong one, obviously.
Oh my
But yeah,
gosh.
so
But
I think we can also we're ending now the stream, so I want to thank you everybody for coming in and obviously join the Discord to know when we go live. And yeah, so thank you so much. We love you guys, and tune in tomorrow for the JJK chapter and for the One Piece episode. So
I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
yes,
And I will see you guys next week as well. Oh no, wait.
yes,
Never mind. We won't. I'll see you guys tomorrow, not next week.
yeah, tomorrow.
Sorry, y'all. Peace, peace.
Bye. Peace, peace.